anyone who blocks my path.
The blood that flows through her veins is special, and extremely dangerous. If showing pity would put my allies in danger, I will not hesitate to kill her.
Try as that woman might to spout nonsense to her very last, nothing could change the fact that she was an enemy of the kingdom.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to Let's Play Fire Emblem Three Houses. Yeah, I was gone for a little bit. There's a freaking pandemic going on, alright? Little bit more stresses going on in life at the moment than, hey, I need to play video games. I apologize. So, but we're back. Last time we fought a brand new map. That was super exciting. I was I don't know what the word is. I was really happy to find a new map. I tried to find a really, interesting and fun way of saying really happy, and my vocabulary failed me.
She sold out Fargus to the Empire, forcing our people to suffer their tyranny.
Are we talking about okay, sorry guys, sorry. Again, it's been a second since I played this. When that woman, my brain immediately went for the, random peasant woman that tried to stamp Dimitri and ended up killing, Felix's dad. And then all of a sudden I'm like, wait, how did she sell anyone out? She was a beggar. And then I'm like, no, he's talking about Cornelia. Never mind.
But all that ends today. No more blood will be needlessly spilled. Now that Cornelia has fallen, we will exert pressure on the nobles who were aligned with her.
Exert pressure? That sounds very interesting.
Perhaps we may yet find a connection to the tragic incident in Duskur. Once we do that, we will finally be able to prove the innocence of its people.
I am definitely well behind that idea.
Your Highness, I am certain that would make those of Duskur who lost their lives that day very happy.
That's a very nice way of saying, because he's phrasing it as though it's something he can do for the people of Duskur, but we all know that it's really a nice way of getting back to the idea of helping Dimitri's own parents.
I am grateful, and I am proud to serve a man such as you.
Come, Your Highness. You still have some responsibilities that must be carried out.
Oh, we'll carry him out.
Your people have been patiently awaiting your return.
And, not shave, you're clean shaven. You just look very scruffy. Stop looking scruffy if you're a king.
Do you mean... No. I can't bear to face them after all that I...
Well, you kind of have to, dude. Yeah, we're going.
Professor... Right you are, as ever.
I'm not going to sit here and coddle you, Your Highness. You have duties as a king that you have been shunning. You can't continue to you can't improve the situation by continuing to shun them.
I am their king, after all.
Yes, you are.
What is this?
As you can see, the people are rejoicing at the return of their king.
Even though I turned my back on them and fled the kingdom in disgrace.
Even so, the spectacle before you does not lie.
Wow, this almost feels like the end of the game, but it kind of can't be. The game, it's too early for the game to end. This would, in this ending, if this was actually the ending, it would mean that Edelgard more or less got away with it.
We are a kingdom in need of a king, a hero to save the people from their long oppression. Your Highness, it is truly a blessing that you have returned.
Do I really have the right to stand here? Will they accept me as their king? Bloodstained as I am I fit to be king?
Don't cry, Dimitri! No, if you atone, you'll be forgiven.
You are right again, my friend. I am finally home again. Fargus, how I missed you.
Okay, I was like, that can't actually be the end, can it? Man, if I waited a week just to see that scene, I would be so mad.
Chilly here in Ferdiad. Still, our celebratory feast shows no sign of stopping. Have you grown weary of the festivities?
What is it with my character and the fact that I always just, ditch out on feasts? I was going to ask you the same. Very coquettish and coy. I'm not going to answer the question. I'm going to answer the question with a question, because that makes me mysterious. Also, what kind of a lie is that?
More that I find it difficult to be around everyone at the moment.
I was standing out here on the battlements waiting for you so I could ask if you were weary. Shut up.
I have just returned from visiting the graves of my loved ones. It had been a long while since I left flowers.
I have a lot of flowers if you want more.
I was always terribly afraid of going near there.
Because of their judgment?
But I could not stay away forever. You have taught me something important, Professor.
I've taught you many something's importance. Something's importance? Okay, good. Before I was going to laugh at one of the responses, then I go with it. I've got to go with humor this time.
You never let up, do you? No, what I am referring to is far more valuable. How should I put this? Perhaps it is most accurate to say that you taught me how to live. If you and I had not reunited on that fateful day, I am certain I would have died a fruitless death on the battlefield. I would have foolishly challenged a horde of foes, and in doing so, needlessly sacrificed the lives of my friends and myself.
It's really good to do this path after you did Golden Deer, because you're very keenly aware that that's actually completely what he did end up doing if I wasn't around.
But now I have returned to my rightful place. I struggle with what to say when I know well that words are not enough to express my gratitude. You saved me from the darkness and guided me back to the light.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you, Professor. With all that I am, I thank you.
Yeah, do you still wish for revenge?
Revenge was never something I wished for. It was an obligation I felt I had.
Oh, that's a
inherited
really
from those
interesting
who
thing to
died.
say.
I believed my life belonged to those who lost their own in Dusker. But what I now seek is something else entirely. I can say that with confidence. But I digress. For tonight, our only focus should be to bask in our victory. After that, we must prepare for our battle with the Empire.
Okay, yeah, we're still gonna keep going. I figured we kind of had to.
To start, we must absorb the Kingdom Knights taken by the Dukedom into our own forces and reshuffle our troops.
Let's shuffle!
The Lords will need to help purge our territory of Imperial forces, and I will use my authority as king to gather forces from various regions. And we'll have to ask the merchants to lend us the funds we require. Oh, and we must request
Dimitri.
delivery of supplies at once.
The audience is growing listless. Stop with boring. No, I mean, I totally get it, but it is kind of like it's like, dude, calm down. Yeah, good luck with that.
I cannot handle all this work by myself, you know.
Damn it.
I will be counting on you, Professor.
Double damn it.
There is much to do, but it is all critical work if we hope to stand a chance against the Empire.
You'll soon face Edelgard. I'm not going to ask if there's a way to close with the Empire. I mean, they did kind of take out the monastery and try and kill me. Twice.
Yes, I am well aware. I believe we have spoken of this before. Everyone has something they simply cannot accept. As for Edelgard, I am certain she will never be able to accept the Church of Seros. I believe that is why she seeks to destroy it. She is looking to revolutionize the world, in her mind, for the better.
I wonder why she hates the Church of Seros so much, although I'm sure I'll find out in her path. Which is next.
But even if she manages to birth a new world, it would be at the cost of... I wish to end this war through acceptance, not annihilation.
Well, he's certainly changed from the beginning of this path, very much for the better. I've talked about before, I'm really glad that Dimitri has an arc.
Just as my people accepted me, I wish dearly to accept her. But I fear...
Your Highness, I finally found you.
Ah, I'm sorry for slipping away. Has something happened?
An express messenger just arrived from the leader of the Alliance. Please, return to the castle at once.
Oh, Claude, maybe you could explain why the hell you refuse to work with us.
An express messenger? What in the world could Claude be after?
Yeah, what is express messenger? How is that different than a normal messenger? Did they shoot him out of the cannon?
I am on my way. Professor, please join me.
You don't have to tell me twice. Okay, I haven't recorded in a while. I'm going to take a very brief AFK. I will be back basically right here. I just want to make sure that this is recording correctly before I save over the save file. Because I'm not a dummy. Yep, sounds good. Just wanted to make sure. Actually, everything
Part
sounded slightly too
2.
big.
Azure Moon. Garland Moon.
Let me put the filter back on top
The
of it.
Golden Deer's
That'll help.
plea. The Kingdom Army has reclaimed the Kingdom capital and plans to immediately begin restoring the country and its forces. But an unexpected request arrives from Claude, leader of the Leicester Alliance. Dimitri promptly responds to the request for aid, and he rushes to prepare the kingdom's forces.
Request for aid? I feel like this is a scheme. Didn't even have a scene where we discussed it. Like, why am I being forced down this path? I don't really trust Claude in this version. It was his actions at the battle of the three armies was weird. I didn't like it. Why do you load the calendar and go straight into another
We have
cutscene?
received a request for aid from the Alliance. They are being invaded by the Empire. We have only just taken back Ferdiad, and yet I am already asking all of you to move out once more. Please accept my apologies for that.
Oh, actually, if this is either a ploy or this could be another. They're not going to have this at the site of the. I wonder, is this going to be us uniting with Claude and then using his connection to infiltrate the fortress and just get back on the plot that way?
That's no problem at all. More importantly, how is the Alliance faring?
Not very well. They don't have me.
House Regan has rallied the Alliance lords. They are facing the enemy with all the strength they can muster. But we do not know how far that will get them. It seems the enemy's relentless attacks have forced them into a tough situation. Their defeat at Grondor severely weakened the Alliance. I imagine the Empire now intends to destroy them before they can recover.
To think they'd watch us chase their soldiers out of the Kingdom capital, then immediately go invade the Alliance.
That is unusual, to be sure.
Their general is Lord Volkard von Arundel. He serves as regent to the Emperor.
Every single time I see the name Arundel, I always... Huh?
He has presumably taken command after the Emperor was wounded in Grondor.
He is known for his shrewdness and excels not only in domestic affairs, but tactics as well. He is not an opponent we should take lightly.
Sounds like fun.
Lord Arundel. I always suspected that Lord Arundel was behind the tragedy 9 years ago.
Interesting.
The timing of his departure from the kingdom, the fact that he abruptly stopped making donations, too many factors made him suspect. If Lord Arundel conspired with Cornelia, then what Kronya and the others said 5 years ago?
I remember Kronya.
Well, never mind that for now. The Alliance needs our help. What are your thoughts?
Wait, you already said we were going, and then you have a scene where we decide to go? Game, what are you doing?
If we turn our back on the Alliance, and then Deirdre falls, it will undoubtedly make our situation difficult further down the road. We would have enemies in two directions, in the Alliance to the northeast, and in the Empire to the south.
That is true. In that scenario, we would not be able to safely march our soldiers to Enbar.
I am terribly worried about Lady Rhea, but I believe we must save the Alliance first.
Yeah, we'll definitely save them.
Oh, maybe if we do this, the Alliance will help us out in return. We could ask them to help us attack the Empire. You know, a sneak attack or something.
Claude does like sneak attacks. I'm just not sure if this whole thing is actually an attack from the Empire.
Annie, when did you become so devious?
What would your mother think?
What? It wasn't that devious.
Hey, speaking of which, you guys are back at the capital. You should go see your mom.
What do you think, Professor?
Yeah, he's king.
We must go to Deirdre.
That's my goal as well, but I don't want to undercut his authority in this moment.
I will admit that there is something to be gained for us as well, for when we eventually march south. But far more importantly, they need us. We cannot turn our backs on them. We will arrange to head out at once. Prepare yourselves, everyone.
Absolutely. You know me. He does know me, right? A lot of birthdays this month. Sylvain's birthday. Sure, we'll host a tea party. Why not? Let's see.
Hey. Sorry for the wait, Professor.
Why are you wearing your armor to tea?
Thank you so much.
Oh, I forgot I was a girl. No wonder he's so happy to be here.
What a wonderful aroma.
Like, that seems more like something he'd be interested in. Definitely he'll want to talk about women.
I'm in a bit of trouble with a girl right now. Although, I can't think of a time when that hasn't been the case. Really?
Aww.
Thank you for the treat.
Well, still a pretty good one. Pretty good, I say. And also, we're already at max. Oh, hey, I hadn't done him before, so that helped my charm. Awesome. Always glad to see that. Okay, as always, we'll explore. I don't think there's any certifications left to do. Because you're a great lord. The Zoo is the one that has not gotten to where he needs to be. He almost can. Wow, writing is just, like, so bad for him. It's holding him back severely. You're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. Yeah, you're a Darth Knight. Okay, yep, it's just him and his writing. That's the only thing we need to worry about. Cool beans. Explore. And let's see who we get to talk about this time. Not too much. Oh, I have some. With Gilbert. That's unfortunate. Although at the same time, there's not that many left for me. Like Caspar, but he's in... Like, these two are actually in the next playthrough. I'm not worried about getting them up to max. Raphael, we've actually seen all the way through. It was just in the, playthrough where he didn't die, and this was important for the playthrough he did die. Marianne, same deal. Sedith. So, yeah, we're actually at S rank with everyone except for the ones that we don't care about. Gilbert's the only one that makes me a little bit sad, because we're not going to get him again, so I'm not going to ever see him all the way through, but you know what? That's what happens sometimes.
Dear Goddess, please allow His Majesty to rest in peace. Who is it? Oh, Professor. What brings you here at this hour?
You do.
I am most sorry for disturbing you.
Yeah, you do realize the goddess can hear you even if you don't talk out loud. She's a goddess.
The hour is late, Professor. You should be resting in preparation for the day to come.
Dude, I'm still drunk after the feast last night. I rested enough. He was praying, you dumb butt.
To the goddess.
What kind of question was that?
It is all that I can do now.
Also, I just have to share this. It's kind of funny. Right as I said that last line, I ended up like punctuating the last word a bit much. A lot of air got out of my mouth. And then, at the exact same moment, my cat moved his tail to the side and, like, revealed more of a fork that's sitting on the table. So I actually thought I breathed so much that I made a fork move. I was like, holy crap. I'm like, oh, it's the cat. Silly black tail tricking me.
I told you I was in service of the royal family, yes?
You did, and we've actually, like, run into your brother.
When I was only a young soldier, the king saw fit to make a knight of me. I was given the great honor of guiding and protecting the royal family.
Guiding to what? Yeah, I understand protecting. What does guiding mean?
It was similar to your own work. I was a teacher of sorts.
Wow. At that young age?
I instructed both King Lambert and Prince Dimitri in the arts of combat, tactics, and academia. I also did all in my power to keep them safe. Until that day.
Yeah, that day seems to mess up a lot of people in this game.
I was unable to fulfill my duty. I was powerless.
Yeah, it's obvious tragedy thus far.
Yes. When I received word of the attack, it was already too late. His Majesty was dead, along with many knights and soldiers.
Wait, you weren't even there and you're taking it this hard?
If only I had made it to Duscur more quickly. After that, I abandoned
Whoa.
my wife and child and fled my homeland.
Hold on, let me make sure I understand this correctly. By the time you received word of the attack, everyone was already dead. Then you couldn't have gotten there more quickly. It was over by the time you even heard about it. Man, I get that knights, bear a lot of responsibility, but this is ridiculous. Like, obviously, I might be reading too much into it and being too literal, but come on.
I turned my back on everything I swore to protect. My sins are countless.
Well, as we just talked about with Dimitri, the only way you can atone is by moving forward.
I will bear the weight of my guilt for as long as I live.
Yeah, you've gone about this the wrong way.
Apologizing to my daughter and wife. Devoting myself to His Highness. That is the way to atonement. And yet
you don't want to do the thing that you know you're supposed to do. Like, that's the sin piling atop you. It's not what you did, it's that you refuse to actually make it better.
Even if I am granted the forgiveness of those who still live, praying is all I can do to atone to those who are with us no more.
Don't focus on trying to atone to the people who aren't with us. The only lives we can improve are the ones that are still going on. Yeah, the dead are gone. Stop focusing on them.
Long ago, there was someone who told me something quite similar.
If it was Dimitri, I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
Forgive me. This will not do. As I grow older, I find myself talking endlessly about the past. But it is too late for such things now.
Never too late.
I have finished my prayers. We should return.
Alright. That took slightly longer because I wanted to, analyze it as I went, but that's okay. So, Gilbert, you know how we do this. You have... Oh, good. To do and Ash. So, to do is definitely what I want to finish him with as well, because that's another one he won't get a chance to. Like, there's a lot of people he won't actually finish with, who I would like to get him finished with Finette as well.
Ah, hello. Dudu, yes?
How'd you know that just from the sound of him walking?
Finished praying?
This one actually almost, works and goes in a, line.
I am, yes. You have grown much since I saw you last. You are a man now.
You barely know me.
Oh, that's very almost aggressive for to do.
True. I suppose we did only meet a handful of times.
As haggard as you look now, you were even worse when I last saw you in the capital.
Haggard, eh? True enough.
Still weighed down by the same regret, I see.
I was unable to protect the king. That is the ultimate failure. One I must atone for.
I feel like everyone's talking to him about how to be a better person.
If you have the spare time to beg forgiveness, then pick up a lance and train.
That would do nothing to atone for the dead.
Poor To-Do is surrounded by people obsessed with the dead.
Your prayers are mere self-indulgence.
You do not understand.
He's getting grumpy.
No, I do not. Fargus needed you. His Highness needed you.
There was no other choice but for me to leave. What would you have done if you were in my place? If His Highness had died due to your failures?
Like, it's not a failure if it happened before you even found out about it.
If he commanded me to live, then I would live. Otherwise, I would die with him. I have nothing left to lose other than His Highness. Home, family, all but that man I have already lost. You were a knight in service to the king for decades.
Yes, you were.
Not only did you excel in bravery, wisdom, and tactics, but in matters of character, you were an ideal knight, utterly above reproach. That is what His Highness has always said.
Interesting. Which His Highness?
I have only come this far by modeling my conduct after his stories of you. But now...
Now you're a big stupid head.
Forget those words spoken by His Highness. I am no different a man than I was before.
Odd statement. Forget what he said about how I was. I'm the same. What?
Beaten down by sin. Alone and weak. I am lost and irredeemable.
Oh, I'll redeem you. What? Alright. And yeah, Ash is the only other one. So Ash will finish up with him. Good, good, good.
Is something the matter? Your heart does not seem to be in your training today.
I'm sorry. Something's been bothering me.
Idle thoughts do hinder training. Tell me what bothers you.
Idle hearts? The hearts? Idle thoughts are the devil's lettuce.
You were sworn to protect the royal family.
My god, stop talking to him about it. He's depressed enough.
But when we met 5 years ago, you weren't in the kingdom capital. You were in Garreg Mach. What could have made a great knight like you abandon his vow?
That is difficult to explain.
We'll try.
You are aware of the tragedy of Duscur? When the king's party was massacred 9 years ago.
I've heard of it, yes, many times.
I am. It affected me too. My brother was suspected of being involved in the attack. And so the church, they...
Forgive me. That must be a difficult memory.
Why are you apologizing? It's not your fault.
Yeah, but people... It's funny, people keep apologizing to me for stuff that has nothing to do with them too, and I'm like, stop it!
I disagree. Had I been by His Majesty's side on that day where I was sworn to be, perhaps His Majesty would not have lost his life, and all would be different.
Oh, that's why you're so... I didn't realize you were supposed to be there and you played hooky. What were you doing then?
Is that why you left Fargus?
Yes. You may laugh, but I feel I was responsible for everything.
I would never laugh at something like that.
Oh, never mind. How do you her backwards? Roro?
But I do think you should have seen things through to the end. Even if you had to endure dishonor for a while, you could have restored your name.
Yeah, that's... If you do something wrong, you need to make up for it, not avoid it. I feel like I already said something like that.
I'm sorry. That was inconsiderate of me. I got carried away by how much your situation resembles my own.
I mean, I'm glad you guys are finding something to touch base on.
You were adopted by Lord Lonato, correct? I once told you that I wish to protect one thing other than my king, and that is my family. My wife and my daughter, both of whom I left behind in the kingdom. Lord Lonato took up his sword for his son, even if that meant turning his back on the goddess. As a father, I cannot condemn Lord Lonato for raising an army.
I do have to wonder, how long ago was the tragedy of Duscur? Because it does seem odd that Lord Lonato raised an army several years after his son was executed, and it seems like it was in the somewhat distant past.
Yet, perhaps he too lost sight of what should be protected, just as I did.
I don't understand what you mean. What should Lonato have protected?
You, Ash, because you are also his son.
You're right.
Why do you sound sad about that, Ash?
I think I know what I need to protect now.
Yourself?
It's been staring me in the face all this time. I don't know why I couldn't see it.
It's always interesting, the things that as soon as you realize they're true, you start thinking back and there's like an overwhelming number of clues that you should have caught.
I'm Lonato's son, His pride and his wishes are my inheritance. Those are what I should protect.
That makes more sense than yourself.
I see. Ash, you will be an excellent knight.
It's too early to say that, but I'm willing to learn if you'll teach me.
It would be my pleasure to oversee the training of a new generation.
All right. So next time, Ash doesn't have anyone else, but to finish up with Shamir. That's exciting. Look forward to the rest of these next episode. And yeah, does Shamir have anyone, or will we? Nope. We'll have to find our own way after we watch that one. But that's A-OK. A-OK. See you next time, party people.
Thank you.